When looking for a resource on the web, how do you tell what makes a good resource? For example, if I do a Google search on "Does technology expedite language death?" and scroll down through the results to what looks like an article entitled "Digital Language Death," how can I tell whether or not the content of this website should be included in my research? Maybe a more fundamental question: how can I tell whether or not this content is a website or an article? Is there really a difference between them? While the line between the two is becoming less and less clear, there are some indicators that will help you tell them apart. Digital Language Death is actually an article. How can I tell? The logo for PLOS1 is up in the corner. The author is clearly noted. And if you click on the link, the author's credentials are listed. This is clearly an article from an academic journal and should be included in your research. A few points may help assess this. For starters, length. This article is long and likely provides some depth. If you look back at the research triangle we discussed, articles tend to be at the top of the triangle, often providing detailed analysis of a topic, which this site appears to do. It also has references. This article has some great references which, as shown in a previous tutorial, can be used for finding other resources. These points suggest that the article would be a great resource to use for your research endeavors. Let's go back to our Google search results and take a look at this one. This is a blog entitled "Digital Language Death." Many of the same measurements that we use to assess the article for PLOS1 can be used to assess a website. Who is the author? In this case, the author is Kirsten Winkler. If you hit the link for bio, it does provide some details regarding the author of the blog. From this information, it appears that the author has some credentials. While this particular blog is interesting, a few things should be noted. While the author does provide some data points, they are not linked, nor is there any note of the sources of these data points. There are a handful of other concerns that this website or blog has. For a thorough list of things to look at when assessing websites, journals, blogs, and/or magazine articles, take a look at this resource. It provides a great outline and some details as to what comprises resources that you should utilize in your research endeavors. When doing a Google search, it might be best to utilize keywords when searching. For example, if we change our search terms to the keywords of language, death, and technology, when we search for terms like this, we often see more results related to our query. For example, this article looks like a good resource, and it can be assessed utilizing the same matrix. This presentation is talking about evaluating journals, magazines, and websites. It is helpful to become familiar with what makes a resource worth using and what are some of the signs that I might be leaning more towards popular usage instead of academic. If you have any further questions, please feel free to utilize the web resource that was listed earlier, or feel free to contact us. Thank you.